Hey there, volleyball fans. It is Friday, November 4th, 2011. You're watching Volleyball News on the KSMAC video channel, coming at you from the city of Mississauga, and that's in Ontario, Canada. And yes, check out that logo, FIVB World Cup from Japan. That's what I'm here to talk about. Hey, good to see you. Well, I can't see you, but you can see me, and you can see my FIVB official golf shirt. And if you look at the back, which you can't see, it actually has Japan on it. It's from Japan, and that's where the World Cup's being played right now. Now, here's the downside. Japan are 13 hours ahead of us here in Ontario, time zone wise, and that means matches start late at night, go all morning when you're asleep, and by the time you wake up, you don't even know they happened. Now, that kind of sucks. But anyway, that's what I'm here for, to tell you what happened and give you my opinion on this whole thing. Now, the very first thing I want to say is talk about the format. The format is really important because, well, there's 12 teams in this tournament. You play every team once. There are no pools. There are no playoffs. It's one match per team, and you better win it. I don't like the tie-breaking rules, but I'll talk about that another day. But every set, every point is important if you end up tied at the end. So keep that in mind. Okay, day one. Day one is complete. China beat Algeria 3-0. China's got a pretty good team there. Serbia beat Korea 3-0. Now, the bad part, one of the Serbian players got injured in the first game. She hurt her knee. She fell on the floor. Didn't really hit anything. It was bad. She was screaming and stuff. I saw it on the webcast. Ooh, it was scary. And she's out for the whole tournament. Can you believe it? 14 days of volleyball, and she hurt herself in the very first set. Anyway, Korea's got a pretty good team, but they're really tall, and they're kind of awkward, and that's why they lost 3-0. Now, I will admit, I went to bed after that. I got to sleep sometime, right? So I missed these games. Argentina beat Dominican Republic 3-1. And Germany beat Korea 3-0. Korea didn't have very good scores, so they don't look very strong. Then I woke up. Then I got out of bed, and I had to watch Italy play the host Japan. And Italy won 3-1. They have a very strong team. I'm expecting them to finish in the top three for sure. Japan are pretty good. What I like about is their setter. Their setter's tiny, really short girl, and she's really got an awkward way of setting, but she's one of the top setters in the world and one of the top teams. When she sets the ball, she actually falls on the ground, on the floor, yeah, because she's off balance, but it's her way of setting. What can you say? And Japan had all the polite fans, and they use these little, blow-up pogo sticks, whatever you call them, to make noise. They're very polite, unlike the fans last weekend in Mexico at the Pan Am Games, where they were like cursing the other servers and stuff and getting on their case. The Japanese fans are very polite, very polite. And at this point, I may as well go through the standings with you. Here's the standings. Officially, this is what happens. I mean, it's pretty non-important right now because it's all like 1-0. But Germany are in first place based on the sets they won and the points they scored. And the USA is in sixth. Yes, sir. And then if you look at the teams that lost, well, Brazil are seventh and Kenya down there at the bottom. But that is how the standings actually officially work, and they will get more interesting once tonight goes on and all the next round gets going. Okay, yes. So that's what's been happening. Now, I saw a lot of the matches. I'd say the USA is looking pretty strong. Going to be hard to beat. Brazil, too bad they lost to the USA. They still should do well, but having lost your very first match puts pressure on you. Now you've got to win the rest. You can't afford to lose to too many teams, or you're not going to finish in the top three. And Serbia looking pretty good. Italy looking very strong. It's going to be a good tournament, and now that we got to get some more matches going on to make it more interesting. Now, the one thing most fans here in Canada don't realize is this is big, big news. I mean, I've been watching these pregame shows and the post interviews and stuff. I mean, here in Canada, nobody even knows this is going on. This is like NHL hockey or NFL football over in Japan and stuff. It's big news. Everyone's talking about it. The reporters are all talking about it. It's the players must be under lots of pressure for interviews and stuff. But it's fun at the same time. But you got to know this is going on. It's a big thing. This is 3 spots go to the top teams for the Olympics. Yes, sir. Oh, and tonight again here in Canada, of course, it's going to be tonight, but tomorrow, Saturday's games, the games to watch. There's a couple of games that are going to be big games to watch, matches, of course. Italy are playing China. Both teams are undefeated. That's going to be big. Both have strong teams. And Serbia play the USA, and both teams are 1-0, so that's a big match. These are the middle matches. Unfortunately, that's going to be happening very late at night, like 2, 3 in the morning. So here in Ontario, of course. So if you want to follow them, the other matches aren't quite as big. I mean, Brazil finally get to play Kenya. That should be, lopsided type of stuff. But it's good to watch. I know a lot of Brazilian fans like to see their team win no matter who they play, right? You betcha. Okay, well, that's it for today. I'll be back very soon, probably after the next round is over, to recap and update the scores and tell you my opinion of what I thought was happening. So that's what's happening. Day 1, World Cup in Japan. Very exciting. Webcast, about every match is on the webcast. It's good to watch and it's fun. So check it out because it's the weekend now and you get to stay up late and actually watch it on a webcast. Do this. It's great volleyball. Top players in the world, top teams in the world here. And that's it. That's all. And I'll be back tomorrow to talk about it again. Bye for now.